Welcome to Spring Boot tutorial. In this new video I'm gonna secure a Spring Boot app with Let's Encrypt certificate. So, in this video we're gonna create a Spring Boot app and secure it with a Let's Encrypt certificate. To do that, we use certbot. The first step is to create a domain name. I use DuckDNS because it's free and it's easy to use. We log in with a Google account, complete the reCAPTCHA, click on it, and you can create a subdomain. Very important here also is the token. It's not safe to use it, to show it, sorry, but for me, after the video is created, I remove the account, so you can see the token. Then we're going to create a subdomain. I paste it in, I do my name and my home lab, @domain. Click on it. So we have created our domain name. You can see here the IP address. For security, I don't show you my IP address. Now we can install certbot. The next step is install certbot on our server. Therefore, we open the command line to SSH to our server, give the password. We are logged in. LS, and you see all the directories from previous videos. The first thing is to update the system. If we want to install new software, it's always better to update the system. So we do sudo dnf, very simple, enter, password because we use sudo. And voila, we need to update some software. Yes. It's only 22, so it's quickly. Download already. Now we install everything. And we have a system that's up to date. We are halfway. 2246. Et voila. Our system is up to date. Now we can install certbot. We do. Because we use Fedora server. Install. Certbot. See, we install certbot and a couple of dependencies, most of the time Python 3. Yes. And voila. See here, very important. We have a timer, but the timer is not started by default. We need to install it later on. So we leave the window like it is and we open a new tab. Again, let's see to our server, password. And voila, we are in. The next step we need to install is Python 3 pip. So sudo dnf install Python 3 pip. Enter, password, sudo. And voila, see it here, installing Python 3 pip. Yes. Very quickly because it's only one thing. And voila. Now we can look the version of certbot. So certbot version. See, we have certbot 3.3.0. Because we have a subdomain from DuckDNS, we have to install a plugin for certbot. A little bit long, I copy it, command, hit here, sudo pip, one we installed here, install certbot DNS DuckDNS. Enter. See, everything is okay. Installing successful, installed certbot DNS DuckDNS 1.6. Now we can look for the plugins. Sudo certbot plugin. And you see we have DNS.DNS, standalone, and the web root. So we have 1, 2, 3 plugins. But most important for us is the DuckDNS plugin. The next step is to look to certificates. Sudo certbot certificates. Enter. And you see we don't have certificates on our system. So it's now the moment to create a Let's Encrypt certificate for the domain name we created. It's a very long command. Copy it and paste it in. Sudo certbot cert only non-interactive agree TOS email, the email I used for my YouTube account, preferred challenges DNS, authenticator is the DNS DuckDNS, so this plugin, we need to have the token, wait a little bit, the propagation seconds, I do 100 because it's okay, and the domain name. The domain name we just created. The only thing we have to look here is for the token. Go to there, remove it, and we're going to copy the token from the DuckDNS website. Go here and open the DuckDNS website. You see here the token, copy it, copy, go to the command line and paste it in. You see here we have the token. Now we can create our first certificate from Let's Encrypt. You enter and we have to wait a little bit. And voila, the certificates are in order. As you can see, I have to try a couple of times. Sometimes you have an error, but you try sometimes and after 3 or 4 times, it's okay. Now we have our certificate and we can look at it. The next command is to view our certificates. Sudo certbot certificates. Enter, password, sudo. En voilà, je ziet het hier. The domain name and the certificates. To view the certificates, we have to need root access. So I do su, password, We go to the let's encrypt directory. Let's see live. We go inside it. And ls, and we have our domain name. We can look inside it. Up. duckdns.org. Okay. Inside. ls all. Oh, sorry. ls all. And voila. We have 4 certificates. The one we're going to use is fullchain.pem and privatekey.pem. You can see that if you open the README file. So we do cat README. Capitals. You see it here. Private key is the private key. The full chain PEM is the certificate for most server software. So we use that one. Also very important, do not move or rename these files. So you need the files like it is. We can copy them, but not move, because we need the files here to update the files when they are no more valid. The next step is to start the timer. I go back to the first tab and you see here systemctl start certbot-renew.timer. It's not started as by default. So we copy the command, copy it, open a new tab, SSH to our server, password, we are in, and we copy the command. So systemctl start certbot-renew.timer. Enter. We need password. And voila. The next step is to view the status. So systemctl status certbot-renew.timer. Enter. And voila. It's enabled and active. With the following command, you can view all the timers. So systemctl list timers. Enter. And you see here I have a couple of timers and also the certbot-renew timer and the service. You see, it's not yet run. It's going to run in 1 hour and 95 minutes. The other timers is from the system. The next step is open IntelliJ. Here I use 2025.2. I'm going to use the project from a previous video. You can find the link in the upper right corner. Open SSH. You see here the server and the project. Click on it. It's starting. Only take a minute. Now we need to give the password. Authenticate. See, starting up the connection on our remote Fedora server. Only take a minute. We're almost there. Et voilà. Opening the project. You see here the Spring Boot demo from the previous video. You have the POM XML 4.0.0 snapshot for Spring Boot Starter. You have the main class, applications properties with the SSL configuration and the Hello World controller. We have here the cert directory with the private key and the public key. We have also the target folder with the jar, Spring Boot demo jar, and of course also the cert directory with the 2 keys. Now we need to change these self-signed keys with the keys from Let's Encrypt. Therefore we need to copy the keys and convert the keys, because you're gonna see that it's not the same. We are back on the command line, open a new tab, SSH to our Fedora server, password, and voila. Now we go to root access. That's you, password. We copy the keys from Let's Encrypt folder. See it here, copy from the Let's Encrypt live folder to the cert folder inside the Spring Boot project. First we do the full chain.pem, enter, okay, and now private key, I copy it, paste it in, same, copy the private key to the home folder from Spring Boot, and the cert, also private key.pem. Okay, now we open Spring Boot folder, home, name, boot, plus, we go inside cert folder, plus, oh. See, we have self-signed keys from the previous videos and the keys from Let's Encrypt. But as you can see, the new keys have root ownership. So we change the ownership from the 2 keys. First we do the full chain key, okay, and then the private key. Again, private key, okay, do ls all again, keep, the ownership has changed. Now we can convert the 2 keys, because you see here we have demo.crt, here we have full chain.pem. I have to convert it from PEM to CRT, and private key also PEM to key. We have the command, I copy it. Command is open SSL, private key, in is the private key.pem, out is the private key.key. Okay, now we do the full chain key. Again, open SSL. Now we do X509 in the full chain, this one, to certificate.crt. Again, we do again ls all. And you see we have 3 couple of keys now. We have the new one, certificate.crt, and private.key. Last step to use the keys is to change the ownership of the newly keys. See, we have root access here. Need to change that to my name. So we use sudo chown, my name, my group, and the name of the certificate.crt. Okay. Again, but now for the private key. So private key. I do ls all, and our keys are ready now. Now we can go back to IntelliJ and change the key from demo.crt to certificate.crt, from the self-signed keys to the Let's Encrypt keys. Open IntelliJ again, go to Application Properties, and do certificate, copy it, copy certificate.crt. We also change demo.key to private.key. Now we can run the project and see if everything is working fine. See it here, starting. Tomcat started on port 8443, HTTPS. Next step is to open a browser and test it out. Open a private window and copy the domain name with port 8443. Enter, and you see we need to go to HTTPS. Change that. HTTPS. Enter. Et voilà, hello world. We open certificate. More information. View certificate. Et voilà. The domain name and issue name Let's Encrypt. It's valid from today until December 7. More information. See, it's working. Close that. We go back to IntelliJ and go to the, close this for the moment. We stop it. We go to clean Maven, clean it. It's only take a minute. Down, and you see the target directory is gone. Now we do package, downloading some things again from Spring to our local repository. It's only a small project, it's only take a minute. And voila. As you can see, I close this. As you can see, we have our target directory and the new Spring Boot app with the changed configuration. Last thing we need to do is to copy the cert directory to the target directory. Paste it. See, from cert to target. OK. Open the cert directory and we see all the keys. Normally we only need certificate.crt and private.key. So we can remove the keys we don't need. Delete it. Delete the 4 keys. OK. And you see only the keys we needed. Now we can go to the command line again and run the jar file springboot.demo. .jar. We are back on the command line. Go to the Spring Boot demo directory. ls all. We go to the target directory. ls all again. And you see here we have the Spring Boot demo 0.0.1 snapshot jar and the cert. You can look at it. Yes. Oh. And you see we have the two certificates with my username. Go back and run the Spring Boot demo. So Java jar Spring Boot demo 0.01 snapshot jar. Enter. It's running, and as you can see, starting up at port 8443 HTTPS. We open a new private window, paste domain name, port 8443, again enter. You see bad request, you have to go to HTTPS. Okay, hello world, you can view certificate, and voila, it's also working perfectly. In the next video, I'm gonna set up the renew. This was it for this video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thank you very much.